Let's go. Turn up the volume, it says. All right, we've got so many beautiful souls in the waiting room. Let's go ahead and close this view. We've got Bill, we've got James, all these amazing men tonight. Wait, are we in I had Deb Truman in the other one. Okay. Hello, ladies, and Nathan is here. We've got so many men. This is wonderful. Hello, James. Can you hear me?
Um,
Yes. Fantastic.
yes.
Okay, wonderful. I'm not too sure what happened. I've got um all these beautiful women that were in the waiting room, but it appears um are there two? No, that's not true, right? Hello, men. Yes, there's Deb there. Fantastic. This is so exciting. Hello, Bill. Hi, Nathan. Hi, Jane. How are
Oh,
you?
I'm
Hi, Deb. So
Hey.
wonderful to connect. This is fantastic. So, just to give you all an update, I just finished speaking at Yale Club, New York City, for about 75 men and three women. So, we're keeping on with the theme right now with the odds of attendance. And it was so spectacular. We're so excited to be here. Yale Club, if you have never been in New York, is absolutely stunning. We are just so lucky to have been invited to come and speak tonight and really connect with some of the top clubs in the world. Actually, there's Harvard clubs here, Cornell, Penn, all these beautiful, amazing ecosystems, which have been such a pleasure for us at Beyond EQ. So feeling excited and really aligned with today's discussion and the energy work, which we're going to get into in about 12 minutes. Hi, Alexandra. How are you? So good
I'm
to see
good.
you. Yay! It's been so long. I miss you so much. And what we're talking about tonight is manifesting your big vision and really creating the space to anchor in your big vision. If you are here, then you are definitely here because you have something big and beautiful that you want to share. Perhaps in the moment you're seeding that, or the energy of finances aren't coming your way, or things just don't feel like they're aligning. And maybe things are going really well, but you want to speed it up and you ain't got no shame in the game. Okay? You're in the right room because I don't have shame in the game of that. I absolutely love power. I love helping and I love big vision. I always have, and I've had a really long, hard time aligning it. And even now, while I'm in it, in really doing it, having just spoke in at Yale Club, it's like such a massive achievement. We were at Harvard Club just 2 months ago, and now more and more clubs and luxury hospitality venues contacting us every day. I'm still dealing with what I like to call like little residual fractals of Delsky and energetic brouhaha. Okay, so this doesn't stop. And that's sort of my vibe. I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, it doesn't stop. You can go as wide and as big as you want. So why fuck around? Why not just get to the root of it? And that's what we're going to do today with the energetics. So the one thing that I has been really alive for me in the moment is the understanding of behavioral self-control. So I'd like to hear from anybody in the comments. Why don't you go ahead and share what brought you here today, aside from, oh, Asha, love Asha. How about something else? Are you working on a good evening? Are you working on anything as far as your big vision? Is there something that you're not feeling like you're lining up to quite yet? Okay. Or something that you feel like you want to expand more into? Maybe you're trying to get to the next level financially. Perhaps you might be trying to get to the next level in your love life. Maybe it's a combo of both ski. Um, and also, if that's the case, you are certainly in the right room as well. I tonight as I was speaking, I said there's only two players in the game, revenue and retention, because I'm talking to companies. And really what that is love and money, right? So like love, that's our relationship with power. It's our inner power and our outer power, right? And we want to have that nice, pure, clean relationship with that. So feel free to drop in the comments if there's something that's resonating for you or something that you'd like to bring alive into the space.
Mm. Mm.
Alexandra, I'm out of the rut I was energetically. I'm looking to elevate, expand my capacity for what I desire. Yeah, I love that, Alexandra. Thank you so much for sharing so vulnerably. Yeah, of course, revenue is a part of it and being more serious with my coaching business. I'm going to share something I learned just the other day. And interestingly, it's happening for me now, even though I'm only in my 40s. There's a phenomena that happens when people get into their 60s and excuse me, their 70s, 72 to 75 years old. And what happens is this like aha moment where, you're 75 and maybe death's knocking on the door just a little bit louder. And you come to this realization at 72 to 75 that you actually haven't done a lot of the things that you want to. This is where we see a lot of people going back to university. People like, you older people that go back to university or they take up dancing or they do something like this. I feel like I'm experiencing that right now, where this energy surge has like punched through my body, where I'm like, oh my gosh, we can do so much on this planet. Okay, so bringing that in, that expansion, it's an awareness that I hope that I can translate forward for you today with the energy work that we're going to do. Okay, is a little bit more of that energy of what you are here to create, what you are here to see yourself accomplish and be okay with that. Um, you know, we have such a beautiful opportunity in the United States. I think a lot of people might see the detriment perhaps, and certainly I do. I mean, I'm a like energy lady. I'm gonna see all that stuff, and certainly you are as well. And what we want to really look at is like kind of this preparation. So the stability and the expansion for you if you are here because you have big visions with love, purpose, and health, you are in the right room. Okay. And so bringing that back down to you and your specific desires and your vision, what we find is the number one thing that stops us staying aligned to our vision can be boiled down to one thing. It's our PTSD. PTSD. So one thing that takes us out of alignment with our vision or creates doubts. In that umbrella of post-traumatic stress falls underneath the umbrella previous betrayals, previous collapses, previous being too muchedness, being too opening up to love and being burned. So all of those things fall under this big monstrous umbrella of PTS, and that gets caught up in our energy body. And then what ends up happening is we might consciously or unconsciously leak our energy toward that. Okay? Even if we don't even know it. And that's why we're here. We're gonna clean it up. Okay? We're going in, we're gonna get the vacuum, we're gonna suck that shit out. Okay? Because your vision is real. Your vision exists. And the magnitude of how you anchor it is completely dependent on the vibration that you have. And the vibration is dependent on two things, your inner game and your outer get to work. Okay, so those two things work in conjunction. Another thing I'm going to share. So, as of recent, I've been acting and singing and dancing. I just had my first paid acting gig the other day. It was hilarious. I was on Court TV, which FYI, I did not know was fake. And I was like, you want me to be on court TV? What do you mean? I don't have a case. And they're like, it's fake. I was like, oh, right, okay. And I lost, which was such a bummer because I really thought I had it in the bag. But to be fair, the judge had some really good points. I kind of was like, okay. So like it was so much fun. We had such a good time. And it's so interesting because in the moment, I'm acting, singing, dancing, public speaking, and running a business while being a single mom who also meal plans. I could literally, I mean, I've been a high achiever, but this level I would never have been able to do 3 years ago, 2 years ago. And now with my clients, my one-on-one clients, I'm seeing these shifts happen in literally like days, sometimes like one session. Why? Because you have to have, and we all know this, right? Especially this level, we're all very aware of this. This expansion in our energy body has to happen in order for us to fit it. And the only way to expand it is to literally clean out your emotional meat suit. You've got to get in there and tidy it up, okay? Um, it was really interesting tonight at Yale. A lot of the attendees are older gentlemen, right? Yeah, a lot of young people as well. It was amazing, really exciting because they were very, very inspired, but so were the older gentlemen. They were like, this is so cool. You can measure this data and show emotions and like, how do you do this? And it was a really cool, interesting thing to watch because some of them came up to me and said, my gosh, I get it now. I get it now that I've like lived it. And I'm over here having this 72-year-old wake up call in like this hot blonde lady's 44-year-old body. So it's like, this is awesome. Right. So, how do we get this out? In my belief system, it's energy work. Okay. So, and how we do energy work and what we bring with energetics. Okay. And energetic intelligence. Okay, so I've got a couple of things in. Okay, so James is saying spend more time on health and faith, organizing my brain better, giving me extra capacity to take on new endeavors. Fantastic. So perfect. That's just what we are talking about with behavioral self-control. Behavioral self-control directly affects our brain and causes us to feel disorganized or feel like we can't fit it in. When I first started this work, I was an absolute shit show. Everybody out here was getting the Aasha T good vibes, and my marriage was a nightmare. It was suffering. My behavioral self-control was off kilter. It took brain work, okay? Which you will get today, but of course you're going to get even more effectively if you choose to join us in Ignite. I'll put the link in the group chat. Or if you desire to work with me one-on-one. This is my area of expertise. And James, I'm so happy that you're here working through it. Okay. It's so beautiful. And Nathan sharing, what's in this space is the challenge of handling each step in the development of my retreat. I love that. So beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing, Nathan. While maintaining an energetic balance that allows me to roll and maneuver through each step. Yeah, I love it. Oh gosh, it's going to be everything it's meant to be, and then I'm not going to lose out in the end. Oh, I love that. Yeah, it could feel really scary. I really understand that. I totally get that. When I spoke at Harvard Club, I went into the hole at first. Took a little while for the seeds that I planted at Harvard Club to like manifest back. But at first I was out money. And I was like, and like I had to wait. And natural instinct was like for me to push and try to get sales and try to get sales and try to get sales. Where for me, yes, you have to sell, you have to show up, but you want to be in a detached place while doing it. Really powerful. Oh, thank you so much, the mermaid. So yeah, Nathan, I think what you're contributing really sits well with what I said the energetics are going to be about today. So you are in the right room. I said it's the PTS along the way that kind of causes us to like flick around and not like in alignment toward the vision. So some of the things that might be taking you off track right now, Nathan, in any way, even if it's a tiny little track taker offer, it's most likely not from what's happening in the current moment. It's something from a memory in the subconscious. So we're going to keep digging that up, right? So there's 3 times that the body goes into this behavioral self-control response or reaction. Number one, based on the current moment, the bank account, the shitty relationship, your epic relationship with donuts. That is the number one. Behavioral self-control shows up in the current moment. There's 2 more. The second one is this finger here is something that happened in your childhood. So that childhood memory is causing the situation in the current moment to feel uncomfortable. And the human body is looking for comfort at all times, so our nervous system reacts. And then the third one is your generational brouhaha that ain't even yours. It's Nana Duke's or Grandpa Pa's. And this is why we sound like our mom and dad, and this is so on and so forth. So I've named three things: the thing that happens in the current moment, the thing that happened in your childhood, or the thing that happened in your generational line. You may not even know what's going on there. That goes really far back. Blah, 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 blah. Does anybody know how much the current moment is? How much a reaction is based on what's happening in the current moment? Does anybody know from a percentage wise? How much of how much does the current reaction, the current moment cause us to have a reaction? If you were to say, oh, I'd say 50% of the time, 20% of the time, 90% of the time. Does anybody know the current moment? Let's have a look. We've got some 5%, 10 to, it's about 10%. So very well done. Good. And maybe it is five. It's about 10%. It is rarely ever this. So in the moment, Nathan, let's use your beautiful, thick, yummy example where you're going through the pieces of being in the moment while experiencing the growth and the spending. She says that she's in New York. I just bought a new computer. I just bought all these beautiful stuff. I'm out and enjoying. And I just spoke. And will sales come through? Will they not come through? Ah, what a scary place to be. I have no idea. I'm in here teaching. They're down there having dinner. All of those things are so real. Yeah. I have the memories from Harvard Club where the seeds didn't manifest in the way that I imagined, right? So this is a very real thing. So the only thing we can do is work on our presence. So let's get into the energetics. Okay, we're going to go 10 minutes over. Okay, it's going to be about 15 to 18 minutes of energy work. Is there anything else anybody would like to contribute? We're going to specifically work on your big vision, locking in your big vision, and I'm going to clean out all the little shrapnels of shiitake mushrooms that are just hanging onto your DNA that are causing all this like inconsistent and bullshit so that we can bring you deeper into the present moment. How does that sound for everybody? Yay, let's go. And I'm just going to go ahead and do my little thing. If you have been on the fence with Ignite, this is an exciting program, 8 weeks of pure poppiness. And then you can stay for $89 a month. We are creating a community of leaders. And the prime thing we're doing is energy work, energetic somatics, and hypnotherapy. Okay. Keep aligning you. That is my only role in this lifetime, is to align you and get you the money, because we're about to watch shit hit the fan in the next 5 years. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. So we need some really stable people at the helm. And then, of course, getting you into a divine relationship if that's not something that's in your current reality. Okay. While being hot, it's the trifecta. Okay. On that note, let's go ahead and dive in. If you'd like, you can go ahead and put yourself, you can mute yourself, you can show yourself, excuse me, you can shut your camera off, you could lie down. And am I coming through clear? Can you hear my voice okay? Okay, fantastic. Okay, so we're just going to tune in. If you're new to my energy work, welcome. I often describe it as the Michelin restaurant of energetics. This ain't a Reiki session. We're going big. Okay. And my sole desire is for you to receive all that is in your beautiful heart and soul within ethical integrity and bring forth as much abundance and success and beauty and health into your life as humanly possible. Inviting you in to have a beautiful relationship with power, your personal power, your leadership development, your mission on this earth for the time that we are here, and giving you that beautiful rock solid as you drop into your body deeper, like confidence to get this shit done. Let's have fun. Really bringing that forward as we start to create these sovereign, detached, beautiful ecosystems and businesses that are going to be truly the future, and really the now. If you're here, you're sitting at the bridge of modern society and business and all those wonderful things, and spirituality and love and heart and the fifth dimensional reality and all these wonderful, what I like to call, as I'm tuning into your energy for those of you here on the call, as well as those of you who are catching this on the replay, energetic flexibility. So, all of you here are attuned to being in a room with people who have, where you can really tune into high levels of energy and high levels of perspective and high levels of understanding way beyond what's on the earthly realm. And then also, you have the capability of meeting someone very much at the fundamentals of the wound cycle, where they are so deep in victim. And what we want to do today is we want to focus on you staying neutral as you're walking through this energy. So we've got you now, just visualize as you take a nice deep breath in and breathing out. I want you to visualize yourself walking through the center of this energy, where you're right in the middle of this energy. It's like a ladder, and you're looking up and you're seeing people that are perhaps not that grounded yet. They haven't learned to ground down. And then you are looking at those who are, I don't want to say below you, but they are. They haven't really connected to the sense of self and source, or maybe they did at one point, but they've lost it. They've completely lost it over time. They've fallen victim to the system. And you're in the center of this, and it's such a beautiful energy for you. I want you to feel the energetics moving from the right and the left straight through your heart chakra. Opening up the heart chakra, just feeling the energy of these lower vibrations and these really high vibrations, of those that are deeply disconnected on the lower vibrations, and then those who are really have not anchored in on the higher vibrations. And you are like in it, you're in the center of it. You've got this beautiful personal power that's embodying, really, it is in a way like both of these shadow aspects, and they're transmuting through you. You're completely focused on your vision. You have actually these beautiful glasses on there, like these goggles. Let's go ahead and take a nice deep breath. And these goggles are just showing up like they're so beautiful. They've got this like they're warm. They have like a beautiful sun ray energy around these goggles. They're like literally shooting out these warm rays. The rays are golden, and there's pink in there. I'm seeing like a light hue of pink and blue, and they're shooting directly forward. And we can feel the magnetism pulling toward you in that space. You're literally like, it's funny because you're like shooting the vision out, but meanwhile, everything is being magnetically pulled back to you at the same time. I can feel the energy coming through you. It feels very much like a suction. It's like, good. We're filtering all of the distortion, any AI trackers, any traumas, any wound cycles, scarcity or lack. We're filtering all of that out of you, and it's dropping, believe it or not, out of the lower back. Okay, I am sensing some pain in the lower back. Please be sensitive to that over the next 24 to 48 hours. Taking an Epsom salt bath, or even just rubbing your back on the ground, like on the earth, connecting to Mother Earth. We're just seeing all of these darker, like it feels like literally like static coming out of the lower back and out of the lower root chakras, just brushing away from you, behind you. And as it's moving behind you, we're actually going to just start flushing it completely. Like I'm flushing it literally like down a toilet drain. I have this beautiful water that has been embedded with crystalline energy, golden speckles, pops of yummy little like lollipop energy and fun and bubbles and all these sparkles. And it's just like a beautiful cycle of like a cyclone, like just taking all of these distortions and these fragments points down into the center of the crystalline core of the earth, right into a beautiful, beautiful white crystal ball in the center of the crystalline core of the earth. So we have the crystalline core, which is like this beautiful energy, but today it's looking opal. Typically, this comes in for me at a very earthy tones and reds, but today it's this beautiful opal. And we're just going to pour all of those distortions into this system, into this flushing system. Kisashana mala amia kiaya anatia tiala amuasanal. Muashane kia kiana amaya tiala amaya tia tiasanal. Just brushing it completely down and away. And as this is brushing down and away, whew, just watching your hips actually starting to like rise up. There is definitely some fragmentation going on in both of the hips. I'm going to invite you to do some ecstatic dance or even just moving the hips around in both directions. I'm feeling some hip pain, possibly some sciatica that really has been like and really, quite frankly, one of my clients, Nathan, has taught me, this is really not really what it is. It is, in my experience as well, this trauma that has been programmed into you to hold you back. Okay, so just not a medical diagnosis at all, but give yourself the permission to move the hips. Okay, let's go ahead and coat this in a golden plasma ray. I want to pour over some glue, like golden glue. It's like this beautiful, sticky, toffee, thick, golden energy of the mother arc that we're going to pour into the hips, pouring it all the way into the hips, flushing everything away, continuing to wash it all down that beautiful drain. And let's bring our attention back to the heart. Good. Take a nice deep breath with me, breathing in and releasing. Beautiful. And I want you to now allow yourself to draw the attention back into the heart space. We're going to anchor in a beautiful white lotus through the heart, opening and expanding this heart. And really, again, with these goggles, these like beautiful goggles that they're like gold plated, and they're sending out this this like blue and pink and like white. It looks like the opal that we saw in the center of the crystalline core. And it's shooting this energy out, but it's simultaneously pulling it back in. We're going to flush that energy through the heart space. Let's take a nice deep breath. Feeling some distortion on the left side, which is all about receiving. It's all about allowing yourself to receive deeper and deeper. Okay, let's keep flushing that energy forward through you, feeling your shoulders starting to broaden and open. I want you to be very, very mindful of your posture this week with everyone you speak to. This goes for children. This goes for ex-partners. This goes for people who have perceived power over you or people that you have perceived power over. We're pulling the shoulders back and out, but we're mindfully opening the heart. I want you to stance like this as well. For some of you are going to be taking really important business calls this week. It almost this is crazy. It's like almost feels like you can like quadruple what you typically ask for. Okay, I don't know where this is coming from, or excuse me, I shouldn't say what you ask for, what you normally price yourself at. Like go balls, it's saying like go balls out, like go balls out, like you can do this. And there's like it wants like we want like this channel is asking for you to stay really open in the heart space while doing this. It's like I'm hearing like it's a test. So it's even saying like put the handkerchief out, like put out the handkerchief, just drop your handkerchief, men and women, like just put it out there. See who bites is the vibe. Okay. Like you got to get it. Like there's a lot of like sexual vibes coming through with this particular portion of the reading. Like it really wants you to like just, yeah, like it's almost like show some skin, have some fun. All right. Like don't take it so fucking seriously is a vibe that I'm getting. Okay. So really feel into this playfulness with the hips and your sex appeal and you're like your ultra vibes, right? And then boom, here's my price. And it's like it's almost got this like really beautiful energy around it where someone wants to pay you this. They want you to receive on this level. Let's go ahead and take a nice deep breath and anchor. And that was fun. That's a fun piece of where you're headed with your vision. Feels like it's like wants to give you things to move even faster toward where you're allocating the funds. Let's take a moment and allocate the next steps with your health, with your revenue, with your love life. Let's imagine the perfect partner comes in, or something amazing happens in your partnership, or the next step comes in with the gym, or the next step comes in with this amazing sale or this amazing opportunity. Let's put ourselves 3 steps outside of the action that has happened. I want you to go 3 steps out. It could be foggy right now, or it could be really precise. Let's just feel yourself jumping 3 steps out and anchor in the peace and the calm of it already happening. And you're sharing the wisdom about what happened. You're sharing the wisdom to somebody else, the people you teach, your children, yourself, your friend. You're sharing the wisdom on the other side of receiving. The wisdom comes on the other side of receiving, even when receiving doesn't feel good. Let's take a nice deep breath. I want you to choose another category: health, love, purpose, wisdom, or art. And let's put ourselves 3 steps on the other side of that manifesting in your reality. Feel the peace and the calm in your nervous system, even deeper than your nervous system is already anchored to. Feel the wisdom in your mind and your heart and your soul and your compassion for others, in your ability to receive feedback, and your ability to stay poignant in what it is that you came to do. And now I want you to choose one more category: health, love, purpose, your innate gifts. And we're going to put ourselves 3 steps on the other side of that manifestation. Again, this doesn't have to be clear right now. Just enjoy the energetic upgrades. And that's 3 out of 4. So whatever's remaining, and you may not have any conscious remembrance at all, it's okay. Go ahead and place yourself 3 energetic steps on the other side of that upgrade. And you're soaking the wisdom in you. You're soaking it in. You're excited to receive it. You're training your body and your energy to completely be the receiver of your emotions, the receiver of the signals. I see you making shifts in any projections. This includes the economy. This includes any old partnerships. This includes anything that you have laid responsibility on before. We're going to lift the responsibility off that thing, and you're going to transmute it. Okay? This isn't for you to carry burden. This is for you to transmute into pure power and wisdom. And you're moving it through the heart, down through the hips, and again, flushing out anything that is no longer in resonance for you. And to close this out, we're going to go ahead now and invite you to just feel, these, I want to say like hooks, really. There's beautiful golden hooks pulling you up into the 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th dimension, pulling you all the way up. And as it's pulling you up, we're just watching everything fall that's no longer in alignment. This is an existing state. I won't even say this is your higher self. This is you now in this moment, holding this frequency. And I'm seeing like these, like almost like pinballs. They're like choo 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 choo, like kind of coming at you. And you've got this protective case around you, this beautiful shield that is made of pure white light, not armor, not steel. And now we're going to just focus on the crown chakra. I'm going to begin pouring some beautiful golden energy and white light into the crown, purifying you, soaking you, sending you endless and boundless love and appreciation for you being present today, forgiveness for your humanness in any way that that shows up for you, self forgiveness for your humanness as well, the most important piece. Nobody's perfect, but we can certainly regulate more. And we are still human. It's beautiful energy, self compassion. Let's go ahead and feel into that self compassion and that self love. I want you to take this energy and bring this into the hell, the shit, the whole thing, this big ass vision of yours. We're literally like sucking it closer to you, bringing it closer faster and faster and faster without more time or more energy, simply and not by a lot more of like your resources, simply by you being in a totally different embodiment of energetics. Okay. That is your personal power really coming through at the end of this transmission. Good. And when you are ready, you can go ahead and join me back in the room. Yay. Amazing. Fantastic. Good. I love these quantum light body activations because they're so clean and fun and not a lot of rehashing of the oldies. Let's get rid of it, right? Nothing back there other than wisdom. Does anyone have anything they'd like to share? Feel free to take yourself off mute if so. No? That was really deep. Yay. Oh, I'm so happy, Deb. Thank you. I'm so glad you came. Ah, that's so fun. Love this shit. I'm so happy, honey. I love it.
That was great. I really appreciate it. I know what it's like to give like that. I appreciate being on the receiving end. And I think I went so deep at one point, I had to wake myself up. I'm like, oh damn, I missed something.
Yeah.
But that was okay. It was great. It was great. Yeah, I'm
Happy.
looking. Yeah, I appreciate that very much.
Oh, I
Oh, I
appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming. And yeah, I'll send out the replay too, so you can have it forever. It's going to go on
yeah.
my YouTube channel. So and there's so many other ones. There's really good ones on there too. Like quantum light code activation is really a good one to quantum leap. And I'm so happy you came. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
you're the perfect woman to be here because you have such a beautiful mission. And you know that my